planner friends. So I was just about to wind down for the evening and do some planning for this week, and I decided, wait, let me just film my Plan With Me video now while I'm actually about to do it. So let's go ahead and jump to the week. So just kind of reviewing this past week. I did not end up shopping for a birthday outfit, and we're going to postpone our next internal family financial meeting. I did eventually mail out those packages. So one thing I like to do is kind of go through and see what tasks didn't I finish, and make sure to account for those in the coming week. I did eventually mail out those packages. Still working on the visual roadmap for work. Let's see. This is top priority for Monday, which I believe I already jotted down. Yep, perfect. Let's see. One thing I need to do is, so the gym that I typically work out at is closed, and there's a new gym that opened up. I did check out this location, but I didn't love it, so I'm gonna keep looking. Tomorrow I might go check out a different gym and see if that's going to be the new place to go. And I'm kind of debating whether to be a morning workout person or an afternoon workout person. I find personally I love working out around 10 a.m., but it can be a little bit tricky to work around my work schedule. I do work from home, so I do have that flexibility, but it can be a little bit disruptive in the afternoon, but it's when I feel the absolute best after a workout. So I'm gonna go ahead and review that and decide what are we doing this week. So what I'm going to do is actually pull up my calendar on my computer. So like I was saying, one thing I'll do is look at my calendar for the week, see what kind of appointments and meetings I have scheduled, and then go ahead and write those in my planner. Typically I'll do this the day before. I won't fill out the whole week. I'll just do it for Monday, and then when Tuesday night rolls around, I'll do it for Wednesday, because things change often and I don't like having to X things out or just be on top of two schedules. I just like to do it to kind of mentally prepare myself for the following day. So I really like doing it the night before. That way I can, say what meetings do I have? How am I going to fit certain things in my day? So right now I'm debating whether to be an early morning exercise girly and try to get it done here, or an afternoon exercise girly, which is really what I love. That's when I have the most energy to do all of the things that I like. So still debating, still deciding, but that's what I'm going to be deciding right now. So tomorrow, I think I'm just gonna, I don't know. It's a tough one. Let me think about this. Okay, so I've decided tomorrow, let's try to be an early morning workout girly. We're gonna pay attention to how we feel, how I feel, and see if I feel more productive. Here's the thing though, here's what I found. Typically if I'm working out early in the morning, I tend to get a later start to my workday, and I don't love that. I really love getting started in my workday very early and getting things done and feeling super productive. So we'll try it for tomorrow. We'll assess how we feel, and I'll report back. So now that I have Monday pretty much ready to go, I'm gonna go back and look at my monthly spread, and also I want to keep this. I decided what to do with this monthly page. So basically, with the monthly dashboard, this is my first round. So I'm not sure if it will exactly stay this way, but essentially, I'd like to keep this as a workout tracker, just to kind of at a glance over the view of a month, see how often I'm going to the gym. So I went yesterday, which was Saturday, so that's twice so far in 1 week. And then kind of any themes or images or words of the month, I would like to put here. So eventually maybe add some pictures there. And then I was thinking about having this down here as my 5 a.m. tracker, to see when I wake up at 5 a.m. and keep track of that. However, I don't love the way it looks, and there's so much space here that I can take advantage of, as well as these two notes pages, or I guess these are doc grid pages, but there are also two notes pages. So there's still room. There's still so much room to work with on this planner. So I'm still getting used to it, still moving in, but I want to make a point to one, revisit this, and hopefully what I'm thinking about having here is like things I'd like to do for that month, almost like a bucket list or like would like to do list. Like I added some things for February, like a Galentine's Day celebration. For April, I think I put like spring picnic, spring tea time, something like that, just like to jog my memory. I love to do things that are seasonal and like help you ring in or like usher in the next season. So, or like celebrate that time of year. So that's one thing I definitely want to do. So that's what I'm thinking about using this page for, or this piece for. And then let's go back and revisit our hope for the year. Let's see. Okay, so I'm revisiting like my people for the year. So just as a reminder, like to check in. I know she has this like on a monthly basis, but it's something that I feel like I'm gonna have to do weekly to make sure that it gets incorporated monthly. Let's see. So I still have to schedule. I created a list in Notion of things I want to do with just my daughter and I. Like one adventure a month, just her and I, and then one date night for my husband and I, and call my mom. Now this is kind of already happening anyways, like we talk all the time. So I'd like to do something else more special with my mom, but there's that. And then with my dad, take him out to lunch once a month. That's ideal. And then just like make sure to text him weekly. What else? I feel like there was something else here that I wanted to check, but I guess that was it. And the values. So I kind of jumped the gun here. And what I did was I picked out my values and I gave some like rough ways that I could do this, but I didn't use like the specific SMART goal method. And I feel like I should have, because I feel like that would have had a more concrete experience. Like, okay, if this is what I want to do, what exactly am I going to do to achieve that? So yeah, I might rework this, or I might even print out this page and paste over it. I'm not sure. Still deciding. Oh, and one other thing that I was thinking of is, I thought there were some pages between here. Yeah. So for these pages, do a weekly reflection. So this is the end of week 12, or this is starting week 12. So for this week, I would do the reflection. So I'm just going to spend some time writing down some reflections. So for inspiration on what to think about on a weekly basis, I'm going to pull out my Full Focus Planner, which is a quarterly undated planner that I used most of last year. I'll share like in a separate video things that I love, things that I didn't about it, but I really liked this weekly overview. Now this was maybe a bit much for me personally, but I did like, here are the things that I did like. I liked the weekly, the goal review and list sweep section. So basically, you would review your goals every week. Any tasks that you had that weren't completed, you would decide whether you're going to defer it or delegate it. And then you would do the same. You would review your daily notes and your task manager, which is basically like, I believe this is what he refers to as a task manager. But anywho, you do all those things. You would track any streaks that you have. So here, let's go back. Okay, so here's one. So meet or get very close to my macro goals. I guess I wasn't tracking that one very good, or it didn't meet that goal. 80 ounces of water a day, 10K steps, that kind of thing. So you had a space to kind of track those kind of habits. You could also track them up front. So let's see, I have a 10K steps goal. I don't think I finished calculating, but I am on average now getting 10K steps, so really excited about that. Practice calligraphy once a week, pretty much on par with that one as well. So anyways, it's just really nice to have a space where you can go back and reflect on those goals. I also liked how, like this one I felt like was more business oriented, this planner in general. So that's what I like about this planner here, the Sprouted planner. I feel like it's more balanced. But anyways, I did really appreciate these weekly reflections. So there was like, what are your biggest wins of the week? How far did you get on your big 3? So every week you decide on like 3 big things that you wanted. What worked, what didn't. What will you continue or change? So I'm going to keep these in mind as I write down, like continue working on this little reflection of mine. Oh, and I also like this section where it's like, hey, what are you going to do to rejuvenate yourself now? I wasn't always good at this, at remembering like to do these things, or thinking about like what could I do to like sleep better, eat better, move better, connect better. But it was helpful to think about those on a weekly basis. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and work on this weekly review. Okay, so I'm already realizing that I don't have enough space here because I've already previewed this. So I think, I'm not sure, but I definitely want to have some space in here to do some kind of weekly reflection about like what's working, what's not, and what are kind of like my big 3 for the week. So I guess what I could do is going back over here to the weekly spread. I gotta put a little clips in. Okay, so my big 3. So what will my big 3 be for this week? Let's think about that. Okay, so I've decided on a big 3 for this week. I wish there was a better way to separate this out, but let me see. Okay, cool. So those are my big 3. I'll want to revisit those regularly. I'm gonna remind myself here. Okay, and also, this isn't the only place I keep work tasks. This just kind of helps me keep my brain on task about like what is the absolute most important thing I need to finish each day. I also like to write in these margins here, like how I'm thinking about things, if things didn't get done, like things that came up, anything like that. So that's kind of my plan here. But there is another tool that I will also share that I use online in conjunction with my paper planner. So my paper planner helps keep me sane. I just love writing things down. It makes me feel better. There's just something soothing about it, and that helps keep my brain in check. But I do also use this in conjunction with another program called Sensama, and I'm more than happy to do a walkthrough of that. So I will eventually do that because it's just amazing. But even with that, I still feel like I need to write something down. It's nice to have a place to jot down ideas throughout the day. So So that's that for the week. I know this was a pretty wordy one, but hopefully it was helpful. So yeah, like I said, I don't plan the full week ahead. I like this dashboard for that. So we can kind of look at what are the big things coming up this week. Love this page for that. And then each night before, I will do this. I'll go ahead and I'll write in any meetings that I have for the day, and then any what are the biggest tasks I need to focus on, and make sure to do those first. And then I tend to do like my work stuff up top. Like I'll put those towards the top, and any personal things kind of towards the bottom. It's kind of relative. It's not like an exact thing, but you'll see like down here, these are like my personal tasks. Actually from here down, and then these are like work related tasks. So that's kind of how I break it down. But yep, that's how it's going. So let me know what you guys think. All right.